Goals against average has been pristine. The officials today, Joe Cieslak, Peter Buchanan, and Jeff Russo, as we are underway from Maryland Stadium. The Terrapins on home turf in the white jerseys. McNaney to kickstart the clear with Ray Hill. Two teams that squared off earlier in the season. Maryland doubling up the Buckeyes in Columbus by a 16-8 game that was closer than that. Wisnauskas starts swiftly. He buries the first shot.
It starts at the face-off dot as Luke Wehrman comes up with the win. It was a big concern coming into this game against Justin Anasio, who can dominate at the face-off dot. But once it gets down on the offensive end, Ohio State a little bit disorganized. It's going to start with the draw. And it's a 50-50 ground ball. Anasio has a bead on it, but Wehrman doesn't give up. Puglisi clears it up, gets it down the wing, just a couple of passes, and there's no...
For Jack Myers, who's been on a terrific run of late. Myers rolling back against Smith. 30 seconds in the shot clock. Pelkey on the re-dodge, nothing there. Kaufman forces him below the goal line. Pelkey tiptoeing that crease. Kaufman still attached. Inside, quick stick, score! Jackson Reid.
Mitchell Pelkey is inserted into the lineup for Ohio State. Back right around the end of March. March 27th is when he started getting more real quality minutes. And not only quality minutes, but also a bigger role in this offense. And we're going to see his ability. A high school attackman from Virginia. Look at the shake and bake, the shimmy, and he's just real.
Bring it this way for Terafenko against Higgins. The double coming from the long stick midfielder. Yepert. They spot Hughes. Picked up by Grill. Bounce shot on the way. Score! On the run, Johnny Wiseman, with goals in 7 of his last 8, gives Ohio State the lead.
One of the big questions coming into this game, could the Buckeyes win individual matchups? Having Terafenko on the field, which he was not the first time these two teams met, back on March 20th, creates matchup problems. Wiseman, just a back and forth.
Malever, comfortable, working from behind the cage against the long stick midfielder Henrik on the dead run. Wisnauskas, pump fake, feeds it inside, score! Chorus!
Handle the ball, get the shot on cage. Simple lacrosse, and you're going to make some plays. Logan Wisnauskas cruising down the far alley. You have to respect his shooting ability, but Logan Wisnauskas has really developed into a terrific passer. Let's take a look at the defense first. Wiseman with the turn, right there, boom. Keppert steals his lunch money. Beautiful job. And then on the other end, Malever is able to get the ball around. There's Wisnauskas cruising down. You got to respect him as a shooter.
Terafenko working in. 7 seconds to shoot. Here comes the double. Snaps that pass for Reid. He buzzed it wide. McNaney aggressively at his goal crease to come up with the ground ball. Ray Hill will clear this. On target to Puglisi. Roman Puglisi, who's picked up his points this season against Johns Hopkins. Bernhardt feed, keep it hot. Whistler drive, score! DeMaio from deep.
Maryland can hit you with so many different players, so many different weapons, and Anthony DeMaio is one of those prolific scorers. Pouncing on an opportunity. Maryland just moving the ball. This is what you got to love about this team. They don't care who scores, they don't care who gets credit. The one...
Long against Evan Riss. Fairman says, let's chill out. 50 seconds on the shot clock. 3-2 for the Terps.
Riss, a great story out of Oakland Mills High School in Columbia, Maryland, a public school, not from a powerhouse conference. And started as a long pole, playing quality minutes in critical role as a short stint.
Fairman off the roll dodge. Great look inside, and it's stashed away by Daniel Maltz.
That is a ridiculous look from Bubba Fairman. Watch him just probe the defense. He sensed Maltz. Maltz is a guy who just puts himself in position to score. He's always around the goal. He always finds passing lanes. Fairman breaks the defense down. He sees Maltz right now. Window dresses it, no look, boom. And Maltz does the rest. Little stick fake, slips it underneath Van de Bovenkamp. Look at this feed. I'm looking upfield, sweet. I saw you the whole time.
Across history, that's happened.
And you have to like the job Ohio State's doing on him defensively right now. He hasn't scored a goal yet. The one was taken off the board with the crease violation, and now here come the Buckeyes in transition.
Chance to run for Eric Wentz. Wentz, the close defender, hauling it ahead. Great recovery, trail check by Fairman. Still on the unsettled score! Connor Cmiel.
Tremendous lacrosse. Incredible up and down action. We've got it all for you here tonight, folks, on Sunday Night Lacrosse on BTN. Look at the ankle breaker and McNaney. No, sir, not tonight. On the other end, let's get the transition started. Number 37, Eric Wentz. Bubba Fairman, shades of Jared Bernhardt, 2017 Big Ten championship. You throw it out of bounds. It just takes all the wind out of your sails. You got to almost be perfect when you play this Maryland Terrapin team.
Malever, who hails from Atlanta, Georgia, on the swim move. Great look inside. Bernhardt folds it over. He scores.
Make a mistake, Maryland will cash in. Death, taxes, and the Terps capitalizing on a turnover. Three things you can really count on. And Jared Bernhardt, this is another reason he's considered to be the best player in the country. We know about the athleticism. We know about the speed. Look at the sweet stick handle. And a little bit of a twister. I mean, that's a little box lacrosse Canadian flair. Someone's been working on their stick. And
Preacher in Coach Tillman's eyes. And they've been able to give each other space without issue. As Wisnauskas gets tended to, Bernhardt goes back to doing what he does best. He averages better than 6 points per game this season. On the question mark, he scores! The question mark dodge hits pay dirt.
Out of the timeout, Jared Bernhardt tallies his first. With Logan Wisnauskas on the bench, mind you. So he goes over to the real estate that typically is occupied by his teammate and roommate. Speed, uses the pick, and just steps above goal line extended. Like you said, Joe, question mark coming back.
Daniel Maltz continues to be the crease attackman. His brother Dylan played with that 2017 national championship squad.
Great finishers.
Malever is going to invert here against Henry. Malever on the hop. Inside. Quick trigger score! Bernhardt adding to the highlight reel.
This is the Maryland run we warned about. If you're Ohio State, 3 in a row. The natural hat trick for Bernhardt from the hip. I mean, look at this release. Malever, an attackman in high school, heads up.
Pack-type midfielder for Maryland. He's got the ball in his cross against Connor Cmiel with 55 seconds to play.
A 9-second differential.
Good look inside. There's Maltz. Daniel Maltz will not miss from there.
How long? In the past, Maryland, you wouldn't even really have to think about it. They play for the last shot. But this is a confident and aggressive bunch. And this is just a speed dodge, Maltz splits two defenders who were
fewer EMO goals than the Buckeyes this season. They were 1 for 1 against Maryland in the previous encounter. This is whistled off of McNaney by Griffin Hughes. McNaney sprints to the end line, closest to the ball where and when it goes out, and it's Maryland possession.
Man, just a weird bounce. An unlucky carom for the Buckeyes. Puts it right into the path of McNaney, and great hustle by, again, we'll remind you, don't want to jinx them, the undefeated Maryland goaltender stretching from the abbreviated 2020 season to now.
McNaney to the open cage, he scores! Logan McNaney's done a little bit of everything. Now he's on the score sheet. Mobbed by his mates.
Never mind a jinx. It's a party a la Bentley's in College Park. McNaney recognizes the 10-man ride. He sees that the goal is vacated on the other end. Nick Grill gets it to McNaney. He says, you know what? I'm going to shoot for goal. And it's just over the...
Makar. There he had the long stick midfielder Geppert on him. 25 seconds to shoot. Leclaire walking the dog, gets inside. Stuffed by McNaney.
Oh, man, are you kidding me? He's 10 feet tall right now.
And he puts the pass on the button to Puglisi. Puglisi has a 4-on-3 fast break. Puglisi feeds. Bernhardt catches. One more for Maltz. Beautiful lacrosse from end to end.
The run continues for the Maryland Terrapins. And Terp Nation loves it here at Capital One Field at Maryland Stadium. The eruption after McNaney made that 60-yard shot continues. Watch McNaney stand tall, makes the save, crisp outlet pass upfield. Starts the transition opportunity. Puglisi is off and running. And this is just fundamentals and execution. Hit the point man.
On the move, Fairman thought about it against Evan Riss. 6-on-6 at this end of the field. Long, sprinting by Terefenko, took a good angle. DeMaio fires, he scores! Anthony DeMaio.
The juggernaut continues. Ohio State unlucky once again. The shot coming in from Johnny Wiseman. And he almost had McNaney beat. Nice dodge down the alley. Uses the pick, gets leverage. Oh, it just stops. No backspin whatsoever. And then this is just simple offense. Kyle Long, again, the party starter. He's done a terrific job initiating the offense on several sequences.
24 in the program. Wiseman getting help off of the pick. There's Connor Mitchell. Tre Leclaire. Leclaire trying to get back to his right hand. One of the most ferocious shooters in the conference. Leclaire bulldozing in, lets it go! Right on cue.
Wow. Look up the definition of nasty right now at Tre Leclaire, number 44 in the scarlet and gray is going to be what you find. This is a big boy dodge from a big-time player. His team's in trouble, no momentum. He's just going to muscle in. Bang! Space, bang! Goal.
The feed, move it on around. Wisnauskas on the go. Turns the cage. Jump shot wide of Van de Bovenkamp, backed up by Bernhardt. As defenseman Eric Wentz gets set. Eric and I share a high school alma mater. He's a standout performer in the past at St. Anthony's High School.
Nice. The Friars.
Indeed. Bernhardt frying it up and serving it up for Maryland to the tune of 12-4.
Maryland not allowing Ohio State to get any mojo. A quick answer from a person that everyone thinks will be in Washington, D.C., either live or virtually for the Tewaaraton ceremony. Top side, poor approach, bad leverage.
Terefenko against Higgins. Here comes the help from Grill. Grill right there on the hands. Big face dodge from Grant Mitchell. Leclaire a long way from the cage. Drawing some company. Great feed down low. Score! Jack Myers.
Beautiful job by Tre Leclaire. Wheeling and dealing, surveying this Maryland defense. That is a sweet look down low to Jack Myers to make it a 12-5 game. Let's take a look at Leclaire up top. One-handed, whips it down. Myers handles the heat, puts it, but not able to get that exchange over to Henrik to complete that transition opportunity. And another turnover to Maryland.
Maryland has only 4 seconds to get it over. McNaney does it, finding Maltz on the outlet. Wisnauskas inside, then Bernhardt on the business end.
Ohio State is being aggressive. They have to be, to try to create some disruption, get the ball back, and try to get back into this game some way, somehow. You know, it's like a full court press that just doesn't work out, and it's recognized by the other team. McNaney starts it once more, and the pressure ride creates the situation of potentially Maryland not advancing, but they're able to get it to Maltz underneath the Wisnauskas, the one more to Bernhardt. I mean, once they were able to...
On 16 goals unanswered last weekend against Michigan.
Unreal.
Wolverines had them down 5-0. Coach Tillman said, you know, a little bit of adversity like that's good for his team to face. They practice those kinds of situations where they have to get up off the mat or win a close game late in regulation. Maltz heaves one. That deflects in. Maltz gets his 4th.
When it rains, it pours. Maltz eyes up the goal. A little bit of a hockey flair to this one, as it deflects off of Ohio State. Looked like an Ohio State defender. A redirection. Van de Bovenkamp loses the track of it. And it's just been Maryland's day. There's Maltz again, showing a little bit of range, stepping away from the crease. And hey,
it's a goalie goal. Big Ten Network standout, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. This intercept made in the open field by Cmiel, who's been everywhere. Leclaire closing, big face dodge, fires, he scores. Leclaire gets his 2nd.
No shame in that. I might take cover if I saw number 44 from Ohio State bearing down on me. Timeout on the field as we have an injured Maryland player. Looks like John Geppert, the long stick midi, but Leclaire doing everything he can to keep this game competitive. And Cmiel again. I mean, this guy has just been all over the field. He's been terrific. Little face dodge. Howitzer pass. Perfect in the regular season of the Big Ten, and that's a big deal.
There's a flag down. Ohio State soon to go extra man. Leclaire fidgets inside, spins back. McNaney made the save. Ball down, comes up for Hughes. Hughes rolling away, gets pressure from Kaufman. Smith spying on Wiseman, who will invert. There is a flag down against Maryland. Wiseman around the screen of Myers. Wiseman to the goal, he scores.
See what the flag is. It might be a personal foul. It is offsides against Maryland, so the goal will wipe it out. No man up face-off opportunity for Ohio State, but credit this Buckeye team. They continue to work, they continue to compete, continue to show grit out here. Wiseman is just going to get a head of steam behind the cage, likes the matchup. There's the pick. Could have been a moving pick right there, quite honestly, on number 2, Jack Myers. Really wasn't set. Yeah, that's a moving pick. Yeah.
I remember typing his name into my chart maker. Just seems like it was yesterday. Bernhardt. Oh, wonderful move. Wow. Jared Bernhardt, too much.
This is the quickness, and these are the hops that we talk about with Jared Bernhardt. So athletic. 6th goal on the afternoon. Just continues to put up video game numbers. Nothing fancy, just get the ball behind, little jump stop, boom, get top side, slide is late. That's the one thing that Bernhardt creates.
When you've played against him, you feel it.
Tough. And you got Grill and Rahill as his wingmen that are tough, experienced, really difficult matchups.
The freshman Malever on the go here. Maryland on top by 8 in the 4th. Malever pings one off the post and in.
The hits just keep on coming for Maryland. Malever out of the Atlanta area, part of the diaper dandies for the Maryland Terrapins. They've got a ton of experience, but they also have a bright future. And Malever is one of those guys, just a high dodge from the wing, faking the 2-man game. He's gonna plant, turn, far post. Terrific.
3:20 to play in the 4th. Terrapins blew this game open in the 2nd quarter. Puts the nice passing combination for a slam dunk put away. Jack Sawyer, the latest to strike.
Good to see some guys that work really hard in practice getting an opportunity. This is Ryan Siracusa.
Coach Tillman refers to that second midfield unit by color. He calls it the black unit. Jack Corus is part of it from time to time. Corus, a freshman from Lutherville, Maryland. His brother, Will, plays on the Terps golf team. Today, hole-in-one at Penn State. Oh, by the way, as Myers fires from deep. Buckeyes get back on the board, making it a 17-8 margin.
Ohio State, Henrik leading the charge, coming down, and Myers just using the pick, center of the field.
45 left. Maryland will sweep Ohio State, a pair from them. For us on Big Ten Network, our final regular season telecast. Big shout out of thanks to all the men and women in our technical crew, both here and in our BTN studios in Chicago, for their efforts throughout. When we're next with you, it'll be tournament time. A stinging drive on the run from Eric Holden.
Holden checking into the game. A 5th year from Hobart in Geneva, New York. Getting some minutes. Just a sweep across. High heat. Stings.
Final seconds. Go for it. That pass will get away. On a day when Jared Bernhardt dominated again with 6 goals and an assist. Fabulous performance from the Terrapins to close out the home portion of their regular season. And with this victory, Maryland has clinched the outright Big Ten regular season title.
Big time win for Maryland, taking this game by 10 goals. You mentioned it, first quarter, incredibly competitive.